Sai Ram. Sai Ram. That's great. My friends, I have no words to thank Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba and express in depth my profound gratitude to Swami for making this dream of my visit to South Africa a reality now. I thank all devotees across the country, right from Sandton up to Cape Town. All the showers of blessing, the tsunami of love, and the flood of affection, hospitality, warm welcome are really matchless, unparalleled, unbeaten. Though I have gone round considerably across the globe, I can say my trip to South Africa is the highlight. I am very grateful to each and every one of you, right from the Central Council to a member, to a Bala Vikas child. All have contributed to the success of all these meetings. Over the period, I realized why I could not visit this country earlier. The reason being, Swami must have thought that is the right time to visit, to build up the spirits of the devotees, to strengthen the organization, and to motivate youth, to inspire office bearers, and see that loyalties are not shifted and transferred, and that none would be demotivated. I think by Baba's grace, I could accomplish the task to some extent because of his munificent grace, unfailing love, and his will that is inscrutable. I thank him. I thank you guys. You have touched my heart so much, because as I'm moving from city to city, well, I could not say bye to them. I could not wave my hand, say bye, see you later. And the father of daughters and the son too. When daughters are married, when they join their husbands, it is a touching scene for the parents to part their company, having brought up for 25 years or 20 years, having educated up to postgraduate level, then suddenly they leave their parents, join their husband, go to their in-laws' family. It is really a very painful situation. But in my case, my friends, I never felt so painful as much I am feeling painful to part your company today. I am not able to leave you, believe me or not. Every one of you, the face got imprinted indelibly on my memory, on my mind, something like letters inscribed on plaques or stones. Impossible to forget you. In fact, I loved Sai organization much more than my family. which has been persistent complaint of them till this day. But though late, it's too late to repent.
It's very hot. It's very hot.
I often tell my wife, wait for next life to have a better responsible husband. Because I know I have never been a responsible husband. People may say, Anil Kumar, you are great. But if you calculate in terms of a responsible husband, I get 0%. Why? I have not purchased brinjals or vegetables with this hand throughout my married life of only 50 years. I never purchased anything. Provisions or clothes or vegetables, nothing. My job is to speak on platform endlessly. There were never days when I greeted my children on their birthdays or wedding anniversaries. I often forget my own wedding anniversary. Many times it happens. No Sunday, no festival I ever spent at home because busy with Sai organization for 20 years in Andhra Pradesh. After coming to Baba, working right under his nose in the university for 23 years, the first casualty is my freedom. I lost my freedom. And because you are not free to go anywhere without Baba's permission, he avoids you when you mostly need him. When you are ready to ask for permission, that morning darshan stands cancelled. When that moment, the day when you are wanted at home, after that passes off, that is gone, next day he comes to you and say, how are you doing? Therefore, I got used to this divine romance, much to the disappointment of family members, though they are denied of the family time and company. Because the life is for the organization and for Swami, the topmost, the first and the last. There is nothing else. Therefore, when I come to South Africa, meet all of you, well, I tell you, the ocean rises more and more on a full moon day. That is my heart. That is my heart. I'm extremely happy, believe me. I may also tell you, my friends, if my prayer is genuine, if Swami is willing to answer my prayer, right now the only prayer is that he should bless me with another opportunity to visit and meet all of you in South Africa, in your homeland, once again, someday. As I was going around the country, visiting city after city, many things I have seen. Johannesburg, I don't need to mention. Yes, Sandton, the opening batsman for my trip. And also the match ends with this. But it's not a draw, it is win, it's a win, yeah. And I'm so happy to hear the service activities of Joburg, Bala Vikas teachers teaching, people visiting, distributing clothes, what all they need. I'm excited. Thereafter, Peter, Maritzburg, where I could meet the office bearers unexpectedly waiting for me. Excuse me for my very good melodious voice. 21 speeches in 20 days, something like around the world in $8. It's like that. But yet, I am not tired. I am not tired. I will not get tired. Because Swami's work is such. The Peter-Marisburg meeting of office bearers, the very evening that I went there, was splendid. The next day meeting, my Lord, how am I to say? Such a big number, such a big number. The hall is full, outside full, sides are full, full. I'm already a crazy man. Watching the crowds, I become much more crazy. Speaking on Baba, craziest on earth, that happens all through, has been happening over 4 decades. Over 4 decades. I was mighty happy there to stay in, Peter-Marisburg, address that huge gathering. Then we had been to, the new castle, and the new castle, the hall is well decorated, so beautiful. The selected audience, in rapt attention, could hear the talk and gave me great joy. And then further on, I had been to Durban, and therein, I may not give you date-wise chronological, because this is not any government report claiming for dearness allowance, traveling allowance. This is not a government report. Chronology is not important. It is the events that are associated that are more important. Well, as I move on, Petersburg, Newcastle, then I reach Durban. Right from landing at Johannesburg, these people were speaking in praise of Durban. People don't do that usually. They praise their own place. Most surprisingly, these people are singing the glory of Durban. I don't know what happened to these people. It never happens. Everyone says, I am the best, my place is first of its kind in humanity, in the universe. But this is very funny. But what they said is correct. Because Durban, I had 2 sessions. Wow. The whole gallery full, hall full, huge screens, laughter. And I really climbed all the steps, which are very, very high steps, with little arthritis problem, a decoration, an ornament, a beauty to this age. But yet I managed to climb the steps, meet all the devotees, saw the tears of joy, felt the warmth of their hugs, and also noticed the twilight, the moonlight, and the paradise on their smiling lips and their wonderful teeth. Morning session and the afternoon session are most fascinating, most interesting, attended by thousands of devotees. They don't ask me to stop. I don't stop. It is their weakness to hear me. It is my weakness to talk to them. Whose weakness is more than the other, no one knows. We match each other in our weakness. Perfect weakness. I was so happy about it. I also had an occasion to visit the school there in Newcastle, the school was really grand, really grand. The children. And an auditorium is coming up. And a gentleman is coming forward to see it through its construction until it comes to a finish. Totally dedicated. The hall, as it is coming up, is so tempting that I was feeling that I should come back to address in that hall once again. So interior decor, the colors are so beautiful. Durban's stay was not adequate, was not sufficient for the number of devotees it has. And then from Durban I went on proceeding, visiting places. Say, Port Elizabeth, they said. I'm glad that this country still retains British names. Good. British names. Because in India, after 60 years of independence, they developed a feeling, why can't we change our names? Bombay at one time, Mumbai today. Calcutta at one time, Kolkata today. So they're changing. Madras at one time, Chennai today. Like that, I don't know when names would change, but place and people remain all the same. And this Port Elizabeth, we hear of Elizabeth, most of the Indians are familiar with British history. Why? Because British history and Indian history are interlinked. They ruled India for about 200 years. Yes, not a day or two. All their names are known very well. Elizabeth. We hear of that Elizabeth, and this place must have been named after her. There is one anecdote relating to her. Her husband, like the husband of any queen, has to walk behind, bend, husband, he has to bend. And he walks. And Queen Elizabeth comes one day and taps the door, and husband refuses to open the door. She pleads, he still refuses. Male chauvinism, masculine domination will not permit him to open the door. Then Elizabeth says, Elizabeth, Queen of England, wants you to open the door. That fellow shivers in his shoe and immediately opens the door. My mother, student of English literature and also British history, tells me all these anecdotes relating to English language. She is very fond of the language, its accent, the diction, the grammar, the erudition, pronunciation in particular. She doesn't mind to correct any big man if he goes wrong. If he goes wrong. One big professor visited us. Very big man. Let me not make a mention of his name. He was talking to me and said, Mr. Anil Kumar, the whims and fancies and vagaries of people are like this today. My mother was listening to him. After tea we got up and he called the gentleman, I'm sorry, it's not vagaries, it is vagaries. Vagaries, it's not vagaries. Please correct your English. So she's of that type. If my love of English literature, it is because of her. Though I am not student of English, I am student of botany, plant sciences. Plants don't speak. I speak on their behalf too. So visit the school was also quite fascinating. And I was talking to you about Peter Elizabeth. That's also quite nice. The one thing that made me happy was there in the Newcastle and Peter Elizabeth as well, the high road, the ways, the cleanliness, the lawns and the greenery Wow. But the media did injustice to South Africa. The photos that we see are starving Africans, bony Africans, skinny Africans, drought-stricken Africa, hunger-stricken Africa, the diseased Africa. Now I feel like killing them all, useless. Useless buggers. What a bad name they bring to journalism. What a bad name they bring to media. Who bribed those idiots? Such a beautiful land. Are these the pictures you tell us? Is that South Africa you speak of? No. If any fellow is going to speak against it, I would rather avoid him or manhandle him. That is my feeling today. Throughout my journey visiting all these places, I was quite amazed to notice what king's English you guys speak. Very good English, very good English. Right across the nation. And still to meet a person who wrongly spelt or whose grammar is wrong or whose pronunciation is not correct. I found everybody speaking good English. Britain should have come back and learn English from you. Yes. So that has thrilled me very much. Easy expression, courtesy, manners, decency, etiquette, cleanliness, embodied, personified, all in the name of the great land of South Africa. May God bless South Africa and the nationals as well. Then, after visiting these places, we proceeded further on and on, had been to the Cape Town. Cape Town, people started warning us it's going to be cold. I had a kind of hidden ego within me because my daughter stays in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in the United States. Abba, severe winter. They were in Minnesota, Minneapolis, very cold ice. I thought, what if I can meet what Cape Town? Might I tell you? On the second day visit, Cape Town made me dance. What dance it is? Shake dance. Wow! I never imagined like that. But God has blessed the first day of our arrival there because things were not that sad, that bad. Well, I was going there. The Table Mountain. Mountains look like a table. Yeah. Better tables than wooden tables made by man. When God makes a table, it will be like that. But nobody dares to dine there. That Table Mountain. Towards the edge I saw the face of a lion. From that angle I find the whole lion in the reclining posture. Lion is supposed to be the king of forest. Is Cape Town king of South Africa? Yes, if it is to be so, it has got all its beauty, all its beauty. The lion resting there with its head on. Wow. Mountain looking like that. Oh God, if your creation is so beautiful, you must have been much more than that. Handsome is that handsome does. The beautiful hands, and then they were so good enough to arrange to reach the mountain. Cable car. Well, we went there all the top, 6,700 feet above the sea level. I was reminded of a Hindi picture, Sangam, which I saw in the year 1963, no, 64, the year when I was married, and Raj Kapoor and Vaijayanti Mala going in the cable car. I imagine myself Raj Kapoor. Well, since Raj Kapoor is no more, I am Anil Kapoor in South Africa. I had such cable car experiences, traveling by cable car in Hong Kong, reaching Buddha's statue, good. But this car again different. It was not simply carrying you, it was revolving around itself and taking you. People say the earth revolves around itself and revolves around the sun. That is Cape Town. I was so happy to reach there. And then they said you have to climb some steps. I climbed. Then you will know what cold climate is. Then we will know how Lord Shiva could live in Kailash, the mountain, Himalayas full of ice. So each one of us is a Shiva because we could withstand that ice land. Then we went there and walking like that. Suddenly they said, hot coffee supplied there. Most welcome. I went there, had coffee and also hot chips with more of salt and pepper, which I mixed to my proportion acceptable, while others were watching what this guy is doing. But yet, it was a wonderful pleasure trip. And then I stayed with a gentleman by name Mr. Selvan, there in Cape Town. And watching through the big glass windows, I see the sea there, and I see the steamers, and then green lawns, national highways, green carpet like lawns once again, 80 feet, high light, street lights, glittering with the glamour and the beauty. People speak of heaven, nobody saw that. It is poetic imagination. If they want to see heaven, let them come to Cape Town. And those angels and dancers like Rambha, Urvasi, Tilottama, they are supposed to be dancers of Vaikuntha, the paradise. Those women must have been age-old, tired of dancing eternally. Let those angels return, come to Cape Town, which is more interesting. They will never go back, visa not required. That was the feeling I had. I should also tell you at this juncture, the warmth. Every house is a nucleus of love, nucleus of affection. Right from here, Sandton, a gentleman followed me up to Durban. And the gentleman's job is only this. You must have heard of Nandi in Shiva temple. There is Shivalingam there and Nandi in front, the bull, that will be watching Shivalingam constantly. That's the only job. Nobody should go between Nandi and Shivalingam. That's why in Shiva temple, People go around the temple walking from behind that bull, not in between Shiva and Nandi. Nandi represents the individual soul, Shiva represents the cosmic soul, Jiva, Brahma, the identity. That is the philosophy. But here, right from Sandton, a Nandi followed me, constant looks, nothing else. I am not Shiva, but he is truly a Nandi. In focused attention, total concentration, the tender care, that love and affection, which I have not had even from my brothers and my family members. I pray that gentleman, I pray Baba to shower his choicest blessings on that gentleman, carrying the heavy load of my luggage, answering all my requirements unasked, unsolicited, if not unwanted, who could immediately diagnose, discover, identify my weakness for hot coffee, my weakness for spicy stuff, goes to the front, makes arrangements, comes back behind, stands in some corner, signaling, you want some water. And he is none other than our brother Dashen. I have no words to thank you, brother, further. Though I am known for my words, but all my capacity of expression falls flat to express my feeling from the bottom of my heart. God bless you. The whole trip of South Africa is made possible because of determination, because of persistent insistence or insistent persistence. Who has taken the job like a penance? Anil Kumar must come here, come what may. With that spirit of devotion, with that strong determination, though we never met each other, though we never spoke to each other, no relationship, no deal whatsoever. I don't know, Swami possessed him, that he was determined to have Anil Kumar at any cost, come what may. And that is a family indeed, which has been very close to my heart, very close to my heart. The family has been so close to me that a day away from that Joburg, from their family, I started missing them. Right from the grandchild to the grandfather, all the daughters, the sons-in-law. You just look there. One comes with a cup of coffee. You just look there. Uncle, any washing clothes you want? Just look like that. Hot milk, uncle? These days of commercialism, these days of selfishness, who will care for you like that? A family's total attention on Anil Kumar, determination to have me here in South Africa. He is none other than Brother Subain, his father, his dear mother, his sisters, his brothers-in-law. They have come so close to me, dearer, nearer than my own family. I pray Baba to bless Subain and the whole family bounteously, mercifully, so as to lead the life in devotion, dedication and service as expected of a typical Sai devotee. Subain, and family come to know. Complete trip has been like that. The complete trip has been like that. Everywhere, everywhere. I don't think that I left any place or any town of my visit, Satish, am I right? All places have been covered. And that's next country. Satish Naik is another figure. More popular in South Africa, in Sai world, more than Nelson Mandela. There is no one that does not know him. The way how he has been mixing with you guys is of enviable standard. How he could be so near you, how you could be so near him, it is Baba's mystery and a miracle. And he has taken the pains and the trouble to record 21 talks delivered in 20 days and uploading, not downloading, loading and uploading, and all the pictures taken, and then they are kept their photographs in Sai Bliss of the Facebook, and also uploading all talks so that the world across will know what South Africa is. What a marvelous country it is. How wonderful it is in respect of devotion, in respect of service, in respect of simplicity, in respect of humility. Therefore, I pray Baba to bless Satish Naik and his family so that he would continue to serve Baba in this line that God has chosen him fit enough. May Baba bless you, sir. It's also very interesting throughout the country how people have come to know what I eat, what I want. Dining table has become an interesting piece of museum. People staring at me, and without being told, they bring small cup of cut green chilies for consumption. Without being told. Therefore they know that Anil Kumar is from hot country and that he is a hot man. And I met another lady, always cheerfulness, with all the smiles, doesn't talk much, but only clicks the camera, always taking pictures. Maybe she might have taken pictures more than the cricket score of Sachin Tendulkar or Richards. She must have taken a number of pictures. And how she followed place to place. I met her there at Prashantralayam. So glad to see her once again. She traveled 600 kilometers to attend this meeting this evening from her place. She is Nishin Achari, seated over there. I play Baba. Bless you. Bless you. In addition to that, in places like Durban, we had assistance, a special team to make this live streaming possible and effective. I have come to know the live streaming, the pictures, photographs taken here in South Africa pose a challenge to the entire world today. Because I visited several countries. God willing, I may be visiting many more. I will tell everywhere, copy them, don't envy them, copy them. I openly declare repeatedly, time and again, believe me or not, so long this heart beats, so long this heart beats, so long this life is alive, I shall not forget you. I will not forget you. Brothers and sisters, please believe me. Instead of thanking me for my visit, instead of thanking me for staying with them, they are all telling one thing, no thanks there. When do you come again? When do you come again? Nowhere today in Kali Yuga, even in your father-in-law's house, would anybody say when you come again? Enough, enough. But here, we don't let you go unless you let us know when you would come again. Right from the time of landing there, Johannesburg, Suben's father started telling me, we didn't even talk. You will come again, Mr. Anil Kumar, you will come again, you will come again. I mean, why do you want me again? I don't know. I say, I feel that is a blessing. Since Baba is not in a physical form, he is blessing you, blessing me, through all of you, through all of you, through all of you. Everyone is Baba here. Everyone is Baba. If anyone says, do you miss Baba? I will ask him, shut up, I don't miss. Everyone is Baba here. Because your love is like that. Your love is like that. Therefore, my friends, yes, so lovely. I had the chance of visiting the residence of Nelson Mandela, who is lying there like Bhishmacharya, waiting for God's decision. Bhishmacharya is the greatest figure of highest nobility, topmost in archery, who brought up Pandavas, who is the greatest king in Mahabharata. Bhishma, who stands for Shanta Bhakti, peace. To me, Nelson Mandela is Bhishmacharya of this land. When I just went there, I was told here he is resting, with media surrounded over there. Oh Baba, thank you that I could see this place where he is here. I pray. I could not believe in Cape Town when I was told that he was kept in Robben Islands for 27 long years in imprisonment. In this Kali age, there is no parallel. There is no parallel. What a kind of man must he be? He must be divine, must be totally divine. God incarnates on earth in the form of the noble souls, in the form of sages and souls. In Maritzburg, we went to the place where Nelson Mandela was caught. There we could go around that museum with all his quotations. Believe me, I didn't have sufficient time. All these quotations must be recorded. What heroic statements they are. What statements of courage, conviction, patriotism, nationality, commitment, dedication. That's national hero. And all these statements are quite parallel to the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi ji. You and I are related via Mandela and Mahatma Gandhi. We are one in spirit. We are one in patriotism. We are one in sacrifice. Again, in Maritzburg, They have shown me the spot where Gandhiji was thrown out of the compartment, where they had small, a token of love, may I say, a monument, may I say, a historical structure, if I may say so, is built where flowers are kept. I was feeling, Swami, Gandhiji respected, revered here, monuments kept alive here. And then Marriottsburg, walking along the main street, I saw Gandhiji's statue. Anil Kumar, he is in the presence of Mandela of today and Gandhiji of yesterday. Both are rolled into one in South Africa. What a wonderful thing it is. I was very, very happy to have seen these spots of monuments. So the point is, it made me feel at home. I am not a foreigner. No. You are not a foreigner. I am not a foreigner. We are both one. And what made me get excited is where I had a meeting, Unity of Faiths, in that central hall, in a wonderful hotel, where there are round tables with the tablecloth hanging, with the nice glasses kept, and the tissue rolled in a fashion style. Is it round table conference or is it United Nations organization? Is it the reception that is normally accorded to the Prime Minister of a nation? Who am I? I saw the cream of Durban assembling over there. Topmost ministers, administrators, religious heads sitting over there, shaking hands, listening to the talk till the end, wanting to have a photo with me. Swami, let me tell you, my friends, if at all you are to fall at the feet of anybody, if at all you are to stretch your hand before anybody, it must be none other than such a Sai Baba. Never, never, ever stretch your hand in front of another fellow man, because he is another fellow beggar like you. Why do you want to beg another beggar? Don't do that. Don't catch the feet of everybody. He may allow you to catch his feet today and he'll kick you with the same feet tomorrow. Catch his feet. People will take your Pada Namaskar tomorrow. Your feet are glorious when you catch his feet. This is my life experience. That's what I saw there in Durban. Top people coming there, wanting me to come again, wanting me to talk to them. And Swamijis from Sanatana Dharma, Swamijis from Arya Samaj, and Swamijis from Hindu Samaj, wearing akar robes, are first to get up and give standing ovation after listening to the talk. Why the talk is so great? What made Swamijis to stand up and applaud? Because content is such a Sai Baba discourse. It is not my talk. It is not my material. My material is immaterial. My personality is decimal, minimal, negligible. It is Baba's projection. When once I started quoting Baba, when I started mentioning all he said about unity of religions, these people got up and each one started inviting me to their ashrams. There in Durban, I had been to Divine Life Society, where that Swamiji met me there. Wow, wow. Divine Life Society, maybe an organization for namesake in India. Divine Life Society in Durban, South Africa is in life, divine life, alive in Durban. I was so happy that Swamiji, young man, has taken us around the library and different names of the water flow like Bhagirathi, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. Wow! Pakka Indian names. I was very happy. Then I went to Ramakrishna Mission, Mandir there. I had a great desire, I have even now, to visit Belur Mutt, where Ramakrishna Paramahamsa spent his life. 3 places I am yet to see. I am not bothered of other places. I don't want to conclude my life without seeing those 3 places. Belur in West Bengal, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Next, Tiruvannamalai of Tamil Nadu, where Ramana Maharshi spent his lifetime. Third one is Pondicherry, where Aurobindo spent his life. They are more than all pilgrim centers to me. I want to visit someday. But Baba is in a hurry to show them to me. He hijacked Belur Mutt to Durban in the form of Ramakrishna Mission over there, with all its beauty, with Ramakrishna Paramahamsa marble white statue. So wonderful. There I go in, talk to the Swamiji. Instead of speaking of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he started speaking of Satya Sai Baba. I thought of listening to Paramahamsa, but this man started speaking about him. And he was telling how he spoke about Swami in Botswana, how he is speaking about Swami all over South Africa. Wow! How nice if I am also a Swamiji. There are no Swamijis in Sai institutions unless one is self-styled a fake Swami. Self-styled fake Swami. In Sai mission there are no Swamijis. Only one Swami, Super Swami, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Don't carried away by any other. Though the other people that claim to be a Swami, a bogus number 1. He is only Swami. And there in Divine Life Society is that Swamiji, late Swami Sangrahananda, Sahajananda. Arey baap re baap. Sahajananda received awards which are presented there from that corner to this corner, recognized by the government for his service to South Africans. That is true religion. Service is religion. Speaking about all these things, my friends, I really can't but cry shamelessly as a man. Forget that I am a man at the moment, but yet I feel so bad. Had Baba been in physical form, he would have asked me to narrate all this South Africa trip details and would have prompted the certain points that I missed as he corrects me on the dais, asking me to tell that, that and this. Not once. Immediately after arrival, I'll tell him what all I do. Manchidi, good. Arey, why don't you tell me that? Arey, what nonsense. Why don't you tell me of that man? He'll be speaking of those things that I failed to mention, remember, but listens to me all my report at the same time. Man and God in one Bhagavan Sri Sat Sai Baba. A perfect man in listening, a perfect man in responding, a perfect man in appreciating, a perfect man in inquisitiveness, in curiosity, and God to let you know what you have forgotten. That chance I miss now. Now, I tell him what all that had happened there in the interview room or in his chambers. At the end, patting me at the back, he usually says, tomorrow you again speak before students. That the devotees also hear your report. So, cassette rewind and then do it once again. That I miss today, my friends. But his unseen hand, his silent listening, are I really experienced right across this land. Then Botswana, a very short trip, say 1.5 days, maybe that. Some people said, I don't know, remember their names, that very few people, you may get 20, you may get 10, that's what they were telling. But Anil Kumar is not for numbers. Number is required for politicians. No guru ever spoken to thousands of audience. All Upanishad teachers had 10 or 20 gathering, that's all. Baba is different. He is not guru, he is God. Baba is different, he is God. Intercontinental, international, intergalactical, interuniversal, whatnot. He is different. But they were telling me not many people, 20 people, 30 people. I prepared for empty hall. Start with 0, then what is there? The moment I went there to Botswana, Gaborone. In fact, I have not heard the name of Botswana. The name of the country is also not known to many people. Because people want to know United States of America, Canada. The fellows are like that, what to do? Fellows have become buffaloes. Botswana, the moment I went there, I met many people. Most of them are Indians. Many from Andhra Pradesh I hail from. They started linking. You know, you come from the place I belong to. You know, my sister was your student. You know, your mother, my mother are friends. Really, I was very much surprised. And then the leader, Mr. Kumar, convener, he comes to me and tells me, Anil Kumar, you don't miss anybody. You have many people from India, Andhra Pradesh. I said, sorry sir, I have not come for them. No. I belong to all belong to me. That's all. I have no regional feeling. I consider a fellow with regional feeling much worse than a leper. That's it. So, I am not given to that leprosy of regionalism, linguistic chauvinism. I belong to all. I love everybody. So, in Botswana, I was happy to meet so many people, known to my parents, known to my families, some speaking in Telugu. Very good. And then I met leaders of the organization. There are 5 temples in a small country with 1.5 million population. Not even equal to Hyderabad of Andhra Pradesh. Whole country, such a small one. 5 temples. Oh, I was so happy. And then they said there are 2 meetings, Mr. Anil Kumar. What are they? First day meeting, general audience. What do you mean? People of all religions, Venkateswara Swami temple, Murugan Swami temple, that Narayanan, that Gujarati's god. Swami Narayan. We have Gujarati god, Andhra god, Tamil Nadu god. Each state has got its own god. Swami Narayan, all of them will be telling, coming here, Anil Kumar. And whenever we have a function, all join together and celebrate. So you will have mixed heterogeneous composition. Second day, Sai devotees. I said, very good, why not? First day, I was told there will be 20 people. The auditorium is full. Because in other places we go to Swami Satsang, he brings, therefore the hall is full. That is the difference. He brings. To other places we go. That makes a lot of difference. And they were all happy. I was speaking in my own style. And next day we are to have devotees meeting. Surprisingly enough, all those people of first day also attended second day meeting. And then they took me, interestingly, to a place where they have Satya Sai clinic. Satya Sai clinic in Botswana won the recognition of the government of Botswana. They received several awards for best service. In Botswana, the entire population is available of Satya Sai clinic. Doctors coming forward, medicines rushing in, paramedical staff in queues, volunteers competing. That clinic is all full. And then they have all latest equipment. All latest equipment. Everything is totally free. And in the morning, before they start diagnosis, prescription, they distribute bread and milk to every patient. And patients wait from 4 o'clock in the morning. You can imagine the need of health care in Botswana. How our people could match that demand. I went around the hospital, I met all the patients. Swami, here you are. Where is Sat Sai Baba? In India, Prashanti Nilayam. A fool must say that. A madcap should say that. Where is Sat Sai Baba? In South Africa, Botswana. Yes, right now here. Or else how do you expect that medical clinic going on such a way? Shiva temple. Let me wind up and come to this portion. To this portion I will wind up and then come back later. This will not stop, my friends. Those who are in a hurry, those who are in business, those who want to rush to hospital for surgery, they are free to quit. They are welcome to go, but this will not stop. I was so happy to see the health clinic in Botswana. Then suddenly I had an invitation. There is a private university, Botho University. Botho University is recognized by the government of Botswana, running management courses. They said, Anil Kumar, tomorrow being Sunday, we'll have faculty meeting and some students. Would you address them? Why not? I'm a teacher for 5 decades, 49 years to be more correct. How can I say no to any institution? Ready I went. Before that, I said I would like to have a meeting with the Vice Chancellor, the Chancellor and professors. They did not ask why. They immediately arranged. I had a meeting with the Dean, Vice Chancellor. I told them, I am proud of you that you, our devotees, started a university. I thank Baba. Next to Satyasai University in Prashantalayam, if there is any private university started by a devotee, it is in Botswana, Boto University. All of them are devotees. Students and staff support all temples, manage public address system, recording, screening, PowerPoint presentation, everything they do. Then I spoke to them, gave them some guidelines to professors and administrators. This being one unique, started by a devotee of our own. I don't want to be industry, manufacturing degree holders. Let us have a workshop, a course, both a school for excellence. What should you have? Health management, man management, mind management, time management, personality development, special courses. We'll offer these students. We'll conduct cricket match for the students. We'll have 1.5 days or 2 days course, value orientation, ethics in management, morality in business and commerce. We'll have those topics. They noted all that. Immediately at the end of the meeting, the Vice Chancellor gave instructions to the professors to go ahead with the arrangements and the course. Baba willing, that may materialize someday. But I have set the ball rolling. That's my business. I have not come here to simply speak and get out. I am not a politician. I am not here to exhibit my talent. Chichi. There are million fellows better than you, better than me. I have come here to strengthen the organization, to make the Sai mission powerful, a dynamite, spiritual dynamite. Let me bring about revolution in Sai movement so that it will be safe and secure for a century. Let me get ready with a generation of leaders, leadership program that's also included there. Role of women in national renaissance, another topic included. Therefore, and all of them came to the airport and they did not leave me. I could not leave. That is Sai. That is Sai. This is my humble, simple, brief report covering my trip here in South Africa and Botswana. Part 2 next. But at the same time, I should be very, very frank. You must have understood by now that Anil Kumar is not a diplomat. That Anil Kumar is not given to flattery, simple praises, no. I call a spade a spade. That's the reason why I could not please unnecessary bosses. My only boss is Sat Sai Baba. No man is important to me. Baba is important. If you don't want me, thank you. I'll go elsewhere. I don't fall at your feet. I don't blow to your trumpet. I don't dance to your music and tune. Chod do, that's all. Because when God is by your side, why fear when I am here? When he made a poor professor from Andhra Pradesh so famous today, known internationally, it speaks of the glory of Bhagavan Sri Sat Sai Baba, the power of Sat Sai Baba, the miracle of Sat Sai Baba. Then why should I fear anybody? I'm not God-fearing man, but I'm God-loving man. One should be God-loving, not God-fearing. In that frankness and freedom, let me tell you, I heard best of the bhajans among 30 of the countries I visited as on today. The best of the bhajans in South Africa. Wonderful bhajans indeed. Wonderful. And how do they sing? Not with a castor oil face. How do they sing? Full-throated. How do they sing? The body language. How do they sing? Beat the drums. The glory of God, glory of God. You cannot simply repeat like a tape recorder and a CD, lifeless, colorless, odorless, tasteless gas, as in chemistry. Full of life, vibration. And that man seated over there, I believe Ravi, a commanding personality and a demanding gesture and a master of music. I appreciate you very much. He is duly accompanied by another young man, bit shy, but yet handsome, with a sweet smile, but yet so humble, but marvelous in his talent. The man who is seated in front of me on keyboard, may Baba bless you. May God bless you. Those who accompanied on tabla, harmonium and drums, they are a professional standard. They are a professional standard. If any music directors from India, Rahman, if Rahman is to see you all the four, he would have packed all of you in his chartered special flight to go to Bollywood music stars. That is of that standard. We'll have, and then finally, while going in the car, I had traveling across the country up to Durban by car, hundreds of miles. Somebody said, Krishna narrated 700 slokas to Arjuna, not one or two. Somebody said, Arjuna behind, Krishna in the front. 700 slokas. Poor Krishna must have turned his head like that. Must have had a neck sprain also. This is in Sai literature, Satsai Speaks, Volume 1. So, he must turn like this, 700 slokas, not one or two. Similarly, all these hundreds of miles, the car is driven by a Krishna of Joburg, Mr. Dashayan. And what he did was, I don't know what he used, maybe petrol for the car, to make me feel tireless. He played the cassettes with musical rendition by a musician of international standard. International standard. Yes. If those people across the globe find this man, I am sure that he will find his calendar completely busy. No time for his family. No time for job. He will have breakfast in Moscow, lunch in New York, and dinner Heathrow Airport, London. Such a melodious, gifted, angelic, paradisical, heavenly voice he has, by name Kevin Eklund. Wow, what a voice that man. Impossible to join him in chorus. Impossible. Voice is of celestial heights. We are of the terrestrial plane. How to match a celestial, terrestrial plane together? So difficult. I was enjoying all his cassettes. He needs to be globally exposed. He needs to run bhajan workshops across the globe. He is our mascot for such an organization. He is an icon of bhajan, Sai bhajans. And Baba was so merciful to arrange our meeting with him. He was there at the airport. Suben, he was saying, "Uncle, how are you? How is the flight?" That is the usual question we get from everybody. How is the flight? How is the flight? How are you? Suben did not say that. Kevin came here to meet you, uncle. Further, I said, he used to catch flight at 2 o'clock. He has to go away. He has to go to Dubai. Please, he's waiting to meet you. My estimate of the man is totally different. I was expecting a very... I know many of the Hindi music directors. Yes. Asha Bansale's husband. Yeah. But this man is not like that. Quite slim, trim. Good. Then I was thinking, how nice if we travel together country to country. Anil Kumar's speech, Kevin's music. We'll pack the whole world behind us. Now, on TV, you come across commercial break. Now here, spiritual bhajan break onto Ravi. Fast bhajans, brother.
नारायण हरि नाम भजो रे
Here, my friends, having submitted my report to you, spiritual coverage on my trip, I would like to pass on to you some lessons that we can learn out of my personal experiences. A wise man learns at others' experience. A fool will not know by his own experience. I wish that you should learn at others' experience. I will not take a long time, but I shall mention highlights. Point 1. Usually, we think we know what is good for us. When God decides something, our ignorance, innocence, monkey mind refuses to accept what He decides for us. So we think twice and thrice, regret, even cry to accept God's will. It happens. God wants you to do one thing. You are not prepared. You cry. You don't want. But still, if you obey His command, if you obey God's will, you will find yourself at an exalted height, sitting on the Table Mountain. Understand? On the top. Because God's plan is to keep you on the top, while our human will to go to the bottom. Human will to the bottom, divine will to the top. How it happened to me, I shall tell you, only few of them. Swami decided that I should be the principal of Vrindavan campus, Bangalore. I was a very successful state president, Andhra Pradesh. They never wanted to leave me. I never wanted to leave them. Many of them cried when I was leaving. Well, I could not take leave of them. But Baba decided I should quit Andhra Pradesh, go to his college, Bangalore. I was dead against. To cut the story short, I made all attempts to escape. I told him, Swami, I did not bring my original documents. How can I join? He said, I am the chancellor of the university. I don't need to see the documents. You are appointed here. I said, Swami, July 1st is the reopening day of my parental institution, Andhra Christian College. How can I join here in the month of June. I'm still on the rolls there. How can I join here? Since it's vacation, you can get the salary there, work here and learn during this month. Gone. All attempts to run away, totally gone. Come there. I went to Vrindavan. Immediately, he sends a word through Sevadal, let him go and stand near that bungalow, not here. I stood there. Immediately comes with a smile, opens the door, gets into the residence, give me Harati, this is the place where you are going to stay, he said. Finish, Graha Pravesha, housewarming done. I heard of rat traps, but I was in the divine trap with no escape. So I served there for 6 years as the principal, and I could do what all I can. I could. Such that nothing extra could be done. When you are given a job, do it that nobody would ever equal you. That's my way of life. Do it that nobody can match you. Yes, I can say, with his blessings, I could do everything that nothing more could do thereafter. Then, Swami, why have you brought me here? I am from a joint family. I had to be alone in Vrindavan and my children were studying. I am used to spicy stuff. Karnataka food is bland diet. You do not know whether it's dal or curry. Everything is Brahma Padartha, non-dual. I felt so sad, Swami, this is not the way. There are many things connected with this episode. I don't narrate them all, but somehow I continue. But I was against. Then what happened? I started my journey as the divine translator of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, which would not have happened had I continued in Andhra Pradesh. I translated his talks for 23 years, which is not a small thing. But I cried to come to him. Today I cry in repentance, because this time has proved that this is good for me. The lesson what I want you to draw from my life is to accept God's will unconditionally, happily, because that will turn to your advantage. Your will, your preference may take you a doom also. This is my experience. Number two, when he wants you to do, he will get it done in spite of you. Example, I remove this. Example, I was in two minds to join, to be or not to be, that is the question. Tossing on the bed, that side and this side. Could not have siesta or afternoon nap. A fellow who wanted to run away had to continue there. And Swami gives a discourse in the evening, wanted me to translate. What did he say? It was the war time between Rama and Ravana. Rama wanted a messenger to go to Lanka in search of Sita. Rama was asking everybody, Jambavan, you are Major General, you are experienced man. Would you go in search of Mother Sita? Jambavan said, Swami, I am a retired fellow, I cannot do it. Then Rama asks Angada, would you do it? Angada tells, I am a youth leader, Swami, I cannot do it. Everybody said, no, we cannot do it. Then Swami asked Anjaneya, will you go in search of Mother Sita? Anjaneya said, Swami, ready now. Then Rama asked some questions. Did you see Sita any time before? No. Did you cross this ocean? No. Do you know where Lanka is? No. Then why do you go there? You go there, a place not known to you. You want to see a person whom you never met. What is all this, Anjaneya? What are you speaking? Then Anjaneya replies, Swami, Bhagavan, when you want me to go, when you command me to go, you will give me all the strength, all the intelligence, all the procedure, courage to go and find out Mother Sita. Your grace is like that, Swami. I will be able to do that. Swami was telling, I was translating. Then he gave a sarcastic look at me. When Swami says you do that, some people think, can I do that? They forget the fact that Swami will give all the necessary strength to do it. This dialogue is known to me and Swami, only others do not know. I was the student of William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare has got a peculiar way of writing, what you call dramatic irony. Dramatic irony is the dialogue between the two, not known to others. Swami, wow, where is Shakespeare in front of you? He has to shake and be a pear fruit. That's what he said. The second lesson, when Swami wants you to do, he will give all the skill, all the talent, all the strength to do. This is the second lesson that I want you to learn from my experience. And third lesson, usually when you are put in a high position, all those existing till then will be in opposition, because each one will be expecting that position. A man from elsewhere is brought and kept at the head. The others will be naturally jealous of you, envious of you, compete with you, and make you even worthless, hopeless with a non-cooperation. Then what happened? All my friends from all over the state, such an organization, came forward and helped me to make certain structures, decorations, facelift to the campus, worth about a couple of lakhs. Nobody there cooperated with me, but Sai organization from the whole state stood by my side. This is a lesson for you to know that men may not be with you. When God is with you, men cannot do anything. Understand that. Even men are with you. If God is not by your side, you are done once for all. So let's have God's support, not the support of man. Let you be alone, but what if I will fight? That should be our spirit. The third lesson I have to share with you, for you to learn, because too late for me to learn, because I am close to Mangalaharati of life, nothing more to learn. But you youngsters can learn if you are willing to learn. The fourth lesson, I was very successful as the principal again, but I was suddenly transferred from Bangalore to Puttaparthi. When I was leaving Andhra Pradesh, leaving my parental college, Andhra Christian College, I was given farewell by 5,000 students. We were all crying together. I love students very much, then, now and forever. For a couple of lives to come, I love students. If God wants me, Anil Kumar, what do you want to become next life? My desire is to be born as a teacher, not next life, for many lives to come. Because my wealth is not to be calculated in terms of rupees. My wealth is not to be shown in the passbook of bank account. Every student is my passbook. The love of my students are the entries. My concern for them is my property. I know the test of life as a teacher. Therefore, I cried to leave my parental college. Again, when I was transferred to Bangalore to Puttaparthi, believe me, my friends, all shopkeepers outside, they all came there and said, sir, too bad why they transferred you, better you go home. This is not the way of thanksgiving. Nobody ever did like this. You only did like this. Very bad on their part to do that. Go back. I said, I have not come here for position. I have not come here for status. I have not come here for pay packet. Even if I am supposed to serve as a sweeper, I am ready to be with Swami, not necessarily as the principal of the college. I am ready. Therefore, I shall not go back and continue. But, the heart is crying. Heart is crying. Mind is confused. Children question me, why do you go there? What is all this nonsense? Relatives have become an object of mockery among relatives. Reluctantly, adamantly, 100% negativity. In two minds, ultimately I reach a Prashanta life. From that day till the last, I remained as the translator of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. The highest reward that I can get, the topmost award that I can get for 1,000 lives to come, nothing would ever equal to stand by his side. When Swami looks, there are people to shower crores of rupees. If he smiles, crores. Anil Kumar did not give single pie because his pocket is empty. Swami always called me Nil Kumar, Nil Kumar, Nil Kumar. And told everybody, Nil Kumar, bank balance nil. I don't know why he said. That is true even today. I have nothing, no income tax statement because there is no income. And bank account nil even today because the word of God should prove true. But I am rich of God's grace. Baba again gave the definition. Nil Kumar, zero. But since he is by my side, Akshaya, infinite. You'll have infinite grace because he is by my side. Nil Kumar. So I would have been nil had I not come to Swami. After coming to Swami, I could become nil in winning his infinite grace. What I want to tell you, my friends, is let us be ready to face the challenge, much against our will. You will get support. And in Puttaparthi, though I was laughing high, I am not happy inside. A principal reversed just as a professor. How do you like it? I am not happy. Nowhere it happens in the world, not even communist government. But I simply accepted the challenge. In retrospect, today if I think, 30 books I have written on Swami, which would not have been possible had I stayed in Vrindavan, Bangalore. 30 countries I visited, which would not have possible had I stayed in Vrindavan. I accompanied Swami to Madras, Bombay, Delhi, Simla, Hatchi, Honeymoon trip is nothing in comparison. Because divine romance is more romantic than human level of romance. Human level of romance is seasonal, occasional, contemptuous, horrible, becomes a terrible. The divine romance, eternal, immortal, nectarous, nectarine, blemishless, eternal, what? All sweetness embodied. I enjoyed that moments of eternity, that joy and the bliss many, many times. Just to give you one or two, the trip to Delhi and Bombay has come to a close. I was traveling with Swami. It is a 6-seater helicopter. Another 7th man joined us on our return. I have no seat to sit. What am I to do? Swami said, come on, Ayya, you sit near the feet of Swami. I sat by his feet. I said, Swami, the golden dream is coming to a close, Swami. Bombay Delhi trip has come to a close, Swami. What am I to do? Baba said, life with Swami will never come to an end, will never come to a close. Sweetness will continue, happiness will continue, bliss will continue. So shall be with every one of you, remember that. With every one of you, not merely Anil Kumar. Whatever I say, it is not individual, it is universal. I am only an example. Every one of you is certainly better than me. I know that. Therefore, the present moments I would not have had. We had been to Ooty. I was shivering like anything. Wow. Swami said, that's your bedroom, Ayya. I went there. Cape Town. Swami comes there. Come on, here is a blanket for you. Have this blanket. And has kept it on me, the whole body. Blanket, how do you like it? Swami, nice Swami. After 15 minutes, he again comes to me. Heater is not necessary. You are very cold. I will get heater also. Because you are from a hot place. I am from hot place in India. There is only one season. Hot, hotter, hottest. That's all. So he kept the heater there. Then after 10 minutes, again Swami comes. This is my personal blanket, Ayya. Biscuit color with a deer, with a deer and a big tree's picture printed on that. Swami said, lie down, and kept the blanket. Good night, sir, good night. He said, that is Satya Sai Baba. Baba, how am I to believe these things to have happened? How am I to believe that these things would die down to my memory in the pages of history? How am I to believe that I am not able to believe them to have happened someday? Who will believe? Am I able to believe? That sweet moments of joy I had with him. He granted an interview to my mother. And my mother said, Swami, I have 4 children. One fellow is an international doctor. One fellow is a chartered accountant, finance manager. The son-in-law is a principal of Indian Institute of Technology. But this fellow is like this, Swami, Baba, 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 what shall I do? She is not a devotee till the end. But she admires Baba, that's all. She doesn't accept him as God. Swami is saying, yeah, do you think Baba is so cheap? That's Baba said. Swami has got 3 daughters and a son. By Nagar Sankirtan he cannot get his daughter married. By Akhanda Bhajan he cannot educate his children. By constantly traveling, how does he settle his children, Swami? This fellow is my constant worry, Swami. That's what she complained. Immediately Baba said, in his name, this is all recorded, my friends. on record. Baba said, Amma, as many people that know me will also know your son. Is it enough in life? All Sai Baba devotees across the world will know your son also. He will be so great. You will see how he will come up in life. Secondly, he said, as he is doing my work, I will do his work. That's what Baba said. This is a lesson to every one of you, my friends, that if we do his work, he will do our work. Seniors know that, how he is doing our work much better than what we would have done for ourselves. This is a tough lesson to learn, but yet glorious, How he takes care of us, another lesson. My mother was almost on her deathbed. I was in Madras with Swami, translating his discourses. I never told Swami that she is seriously sick. One day he comes there, Anil Kumar, please go home immediately. Why, Swami? He started crying, your mother, go there. And gave me flight tickets. I went straight to Hyderabad, saw my mother. She was there like Bhishmacharya in a feminine form. And then she called the doctor. Doctor, what did I tell you? I will not die before seeing my son. You understand me? I also told you that Baba will send my son. You agree? That man, yes, Sama. And he came out and said, Mr. Anilkumar, who is she? What English she is speaking, how she is commanding. Sir, she is like that. She is like that. 93 years. Gold medalist in English literature from Queen Mary's College, Madras. The college beauty in those days. Most beautiful lady. But highly commanding, nothing doing. Oh yes. Very rigid, no compromise. Baba gave her assurance. Another time, Baba gave her 2 saris. Why 2, Swami? One for your granddaughter's wedding. Second, you have given your Anil Kumar to me. This extra sari given to you. That's what Baba said. Then compared to his munificent grace, our sacrifices are trivial, minimal, negligible. Nothing. When compared to the boons, rewards, awards, recognition, name and fame he granted, the little sacrifices are nothing. The money, the sounds of coin, not even worth the pebbles along the seashore. Nothing. Swami is everything. My desire is, Swami, let me address a huge gathering of 10,000 people. Talk about you. Take the leave from there on the dais. Thank you, my Lord. You have given my chance to serve your devotees. Thank you, I am coming to you. That's what my prayer is. Not to lie down on bed, get health checkups repeatedly, until the family members are fed up with me, waiting for the penultimate or ultimate date. I am not like that. And my present decision is, at this age, with all the children married and settled, life is a bonus. Life lived hereafter is extra. Parental interference at this age is really horrible. I don't do that. No. When once they got married, thank you. Thank you. Because of that, we could bring so many books and 500 videos. But I have a long way to go. I have a long way to go. My present desire is to project Baba as a world teacher, Jagat Guru. by bringing a comparison between Baba and Buddha, Baba and Christ, Baba and Paramahamsa, Baba and Ramana Maharshi, Baba and Adi Shankara, prove that he is greater than all of them. That he is the ultimate. Till then, I will not leave this world. You can be sure. Because that's my ambition. That's my golden dream. Yes. Therefore, my friends, spirituality is challenging. Spiritual journey is challenging. Religious life is lonely path, full of thorns and bushes, full of opposition. But yet we have to wade through. Yet we have to dive deep. We have to be brave, continue. Having accepted this, continue. To run away from this is not befitting the quality of a devotee. My Lord, I want you to bless me. I have no other prayer. I have no other intention to live but for you. I don't want any advertisement or publicity. You send your children to invite me. I never approached anybody, nor would in future or next life. My nature is like that. I don't bend before anybody. Iron may be bent when it is hot, but not Anil Kumar. Chilies cannot be soft, they will be hard. Chilies will take you to the moon directly. No spacecraft. My whole body is full of chilies that I consumed for 70 years. So who can make me bend in front of them? Therefore, I pray for your special prayers. I pray for your support to my sacred cause to live for Swami, or else I have no charm of life.